Welcome back to Tuesday. We have 3 vendors that have changed their wares. Let's start in the Scholarium. First up, we have Bound Affix Script Berserk, adds Berserk, a buff increasing damage done. Bound Affix Script Mangle, adds Mangle, a debuff reducing max health. Bound Focus Script Frost Damage, adds Frost Damage. And finally, Bound Signature Script Anchorite's Cruelty, adds a Consume Soul Gem to deal Oblivion damage effect. Next up, the Telvar Merchant in Imperial City. Alright, we are now in Imperial Sewers. Let's see what the Telvar Merchant has. First up, we have Auradon Treasure Maps. I absolutely do not recommend getting these at 6,000 Telvar apiece when they are so cheap on Guild Traders. But if you're curious, Auradon brings us Armor of the Veiled Heritance, Queen's Elegance, and Twin Sisters, as well as a chance for leads for Ancestral High Elf, Bows, or Chess. Next up, we have our scripts. Bound Affix Script Empower, adds Empower, a buff increasing heavy attack damage. Bound Focus Script Pull, adds a pull. And Bound Signature Script War Mage's Defense, adds a damage shield. Next, we have Fragment of the Martyr. This is for Puncture Lava Burst skill style. It's one of 6 pieces needed for the skill style. This one comes out of the Deadlands Delve False Martyr's Folly. This is a guaranteed drop, so my preference would be to go and kill that boss. It's just a Delve boss, but if you want to, it is here for 5,000 Telvar. Next up, our leads, we have Gold Shock Clasp. This is for the Velothi Mage's Amulet Mythic and comes out of the treasure chest in Scrivener's Hall. You kill a little loot goblin, you get your keys, you go open the chest. My first one was pretty easy. However, if you're like me and you're trying to get more than one copy to complete your codex, my second copy just does not want to drop. So this is here for 25,000 Telvar if you're in the same boat. Next lead is Panels of the Earthbones. This is for Stormweaver's Cavort. This drops off of the Valley of the Watchers world boss in Galen. I don't know how many people are doing world bosses right now, but if you need it, it is here for 25,000 Telvar. Our jewelry this week, we have Necklace and Ring of Imperial Physique. That is the jewelry that you can wear that is based on the Telvar stones you were carrying. However, you also have a large beacon on you, so use at your own risk. We also have Shell Splitter, Amulet, and Ring. Okay, let's head over to IA and see what Filer Ul has for us. Let's see what Filer Ul has.
I had to use magic to carry.
Let's just go ahead and do books. We've got A Feast Among the Dead, Chapter 2. This one drops out of Infinite Archive, but the eidetic memory is in Telvanni Peninsula. You need to have read the book in Telvanni Peninsula in order to find the book in Infinite Archive or buy it. But it is here for 1,000 archival fortunes if it hasn't dropped in Infinite Archive for you. Next up, Archival Enigmas. Consume 20 Archival Enigmas to unlock the Veteran of the Infinite achievement and the Veteran of the Infinite face art. This is the Veteran of the Infinite face art. At 3,000 archival fortunes, when you need 20 of these, I think it's way too expensive to buy these. You will get a guaranteed fragment every time you do your daily turn-in for Infinite Archive. That means killing Thoad at least once per day. You will get the mount first, which is 50 pieces, so it's going to take a little while, but you will eventually get there. So if you're farming archival fortunes anyway, I personally would just do that. Next up, we have Cyrodiil treasure maps. Normally I tell you what gear drops out of these maps. It's a lot in Cyrodiil. There are dozens of sets that you can get from treasure maps. I don't know that 2,000 archival fortunes is worth it. A lot of people don't want to be bothered to dig up Cyrodiil treasure maps, and so they sell them on the traders. I would probably just get them there, but I do think Cyrodiil treasure maps can be a great way to get your sticker book done. Our second book this week is Besnensul, Our Ancient Roots. I'm excited about this one. This one drops out of Scrivener's Hall, and similar to the lead that we saw earlier, it drops from those treasure chests, and the RNG is horrific on these. You do need to know the eidetic memory. This one drops out of Bankurai in the Beninsul Iliad Ruin, but the drop rate in Scrivener's Hall for anything from those chests is just horrific, so I will be buying this one. Next up, we have Blueprint Redguard Bookcase Piled. This one on PCNA is worth 200 to 300,000 gold. I really like this furnishing in general because you have so much clutter already on the bookshelf that it's one piece and only takes up one slot in your house. So this can be a really good way to fill up some space, which also makes it popular to sell. So I do think this one's worth getting for 2,000 archival fortunes. Next, we have our scripts. We have Bound Affix Script Cowardice, adds Cowardice, a debuff reducing weapon and spell damage. Bound Affix Script Lifesteal, adds Lifesteal, a debuff granting healing to attackers. Bound Focus Script Restore Resources, adds Resource Restoration. And Bound Signature Script Immobilizing Strike, adds an immobilization effect. Our style page this week is the Celestrist Mask. This comes out of Scholarium. Remember that it only has about a 4-day drop window, and you have a better chance of getting it if you've done the hard mode achievement. Hard mode in Scholarium is pretty simple, but the drop rate on these masks in general is just horrible, so I say just buy it. Just buy it. Personal opinion. But out of the mask, this one is going to be one of the easier ones to get. Companion Equipment Light Armor. I typically don't recommend these. You're at the mercy of RNG for what trait you get, and it is bound when you get it. So I don't think this is worth 5,000 Telvar. Next up, Delver's Druid Deck Fragment. This is part of the Druid King deck for Tales of Tribute, and this fragment is found occasionally in Delves in Galen. You only need to get it once. If you've spent any time in Galen, you probably already have it. Next up is one of our new patterns. This is the Colovian Grape Basket Wax. On PCNA, it's only worth about 32 to 40,000 gold. It may or may not be worth 2,000 archival fortunes. It is a very handsome pattern, though. Next up, Redoran Plate Floral Diagram, also 2,000 archival fortunes. This one's worth about 80 to 95k on PCNA, and it is a nice pattern. On to our leads, we have Ancestor Samite Sash. This is one of 5 pieces of Crypt Cannon Vestments and drops from Telvanni Peninsula dailies. I don't think this one was too terribly difficult to get. I have gotten 2 so far without a whole lot of effort. Similarly, we have Lead Iridescent Pearlwater Wash for Cirabane's Ward. This one is found fishing in Galen. Again, I've gotten 2 of them without trying all that terribly hard. But your mileage may vary. If you've been struggling with either of these, they are here for 5,000 archival fortunes. And last up, we have Psijic Glow Globe's Meteoric Glass. This is part of the Psijic Glow Globe emote. There are 7 pieces for this found in Sunhold Public Dungeon in Somerset. This is one of them. If you notice, on PCNA, it's worth about 900 to 1,000 gold. I think I'd probably just buy it from traders, but if you're curious what it looks like, there you go. So again, I would skip this one at 3,000 archival fortunes when you can get it on traders for about 1,000 gold. But it is here if this is the last one you need and you're having trouble finding it on the traders. All right, we're going to run a couple Arcs of Infinite Archive every week. Just like the vendors change their wares, we get different gear dropping out of Infinite Archive. We'll have gear sets dropping from one base game zone as well as one DLC zone. So let's go see what that is. All right, I had a question about this in a previous video. When we turn in our daily after killing Thoat, we always get archival fortunes and then some kind of fragment. We'll start with the Malographic Mount and go down the list from there. We just finished 2 Arcs of Infinite Archive, and it looks like this week we have gear dropping out of Grotwood. That includes Green Pact, Ranger's Gate, and Cirabane's Grip, as well as from Northern Elsewhere, which includes Call of the Undertaker, Crafty Elfique, and Vesture of Darlak Bray. Notice Darlak Bray is great for thief builds, and we have the mini crime spree event coming up. Just an FYI. All right, that's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one.